Hey guys, hold on a second. Hi, there you are.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I apologize. I have not showered today. I worked out twice. I had to teach class and I did my booty workout and I have not showered.
Gross.
As soon as I hop off this call, it's the first place I'm going. All right, we'll wait a few minutes. What time is it? It's like 1 minute till. Yeah.
Brian's mom offered to watch Noah for an entire day during the week.
Like every week?
Huh?
Like every single week?
No, just one day during the week.
Oh. Right, but like just this week or like every week here on
Every
out?
week.
Oh, nice.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to make you a powdered drink?
Oh my God.
We were sitting around, we were watching The Color Crew for the millionth time, and I said, "Can you get out of here? I have to work out." He goes, "Don't you have to make a powdered drink or something?"
That's too funny. Who else do we have on here? Oh, somebody called in. Hello, whoever you
Hi,
are.
Carrie. It's Lee.
Oh, hi. Oh, I'm like trying to read the phone number. I'm like, I can't read it.
No problem. I'll mute, but I'm in the car.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we're recording automatically. I love that feature because otherwise I forget. So, well, it's 9 o'clock. Should I wait a few minutes? Because what I'm about to say isn't anything that we don't all know on this call. I'd be like, there you have it.
Let me post.
I know. I just posted an EKO, so
Oh, you
I
did?
don't know.
Okay.
But you could do your team page. Didn't we do a poll? Everyone's like, 9 o'clock. Yes, I can be on then.
I mean,
Yep.
if people would just set their damn alarms, like for every other thing in this.
Right? Like setting my alarm to eat every 2.5 hours. I can.
Seriously.
I love it. Hello, whoever joined. Andy, hi. Okay, well, I mean, I'm going to give it one more minute because I think what I'm going to say is not going to take a full 30 minutes anyway, so we can just chit chat and hang out with each other for a little bit.
Get excited about our weekend.
Saturday. Yeah. Andy, are you going to fly in?
You guys, I can't wait.
I know. Andy, you should fly into cold Illinois and come to our retreat.
It's 80 degrees here.
Whatever. I don't want to hear it.
Come here.
Stas, I didn't mean to give you a bunch of SHIT on my Instagram earlier. I didn't really mean you were wearing ballerina tights. I was just kidding.
Man, if you're doing 80-day obsession as a dude, you need to wear those compression tights. Your hair you'll have like bald spots on your legs.
That's what I said.
Ryan has to wear them. He wears them when he works out under his shorts. I said, will you please just wear them one time with no shorts over them so we can take a video?
He wears tights. He wears tights? No, he wears the required uniform.
Right.
Yeah, tights.
Oh my God. Hi, Agatha. Okay. You know what? I think, well, it's 9:02. One more minute. We're just waiting to see if anyone else hops on here.
Who's the 812 area code? Who's calling from the 812?
It's me. It's Stephanie Wilson.
Oh, hi.
We'll see you this weekend
Hi.
too.
Yes, I'm excited.
Are you flying in from somewhere?
No, I live in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
Are you just going to, you're driving. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's not that far.
How come? Is Kessler coming?
Yes, I believe so.
Danielle Kessler's coming?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Better go check the RSVP.
I didn't see her name.
I know. Okay, you guys, let's get this party started. If anyone else hops on, cool. If not, and they want to watch a recording, cool too. So I was trying to think, like, what could I talk about on this team call? First of all, welcome and thank you guys for coming on. I mean, I really do appreciate your time. I know it's not easy. I know it's not convenient, but the fact that you guys show up just shows your dedication to your business, and I really appreciate that. So what I was going to talk about was tips on how to lead a successful business. And it doesn't just have to do with the 4 vitals, although those are a big part of it. You guys, I have to turn my ring light off. This is flashing at me. So, when we talk about being an entrepreneur and we talk about an MLM or any opportunity where you get to become your own boss, I think sometimes people think, "Ooh, I'm going to become rich real fast and I'm going to own my own business and I'm going to be a millionaire in 6 months and it's going to kick so much ass." And sometimes people get this idea that, and sometimes people portray that as a reality, like join my business and buy a mansion next year or something, or you'll drive a Lexus or a Tahoe or whatever. I mean, honestly, people get this idea that once you become an entrepreneur, you're automatically going to be successful. You're automatically going to make a ton of money. They don't always think about the hard work, the dedication, the commitment over time and consistency that it takes to actually be successful in a business. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight, are the 7 things that when you break them all down, if you are doing these 7 things, you will be successful in this business. And when I'm talking, I am speaking to myself just as much as I am sharing it with you, because I am always learning. I've been a coach for 7 years, you guys. I will say the one thing that I can honestly say has gotten me to the point where I'm at in this business, and I'm not anywhere near close to my goals of what I want to accomplish, both financially, rank, all of that stuff. But I have never given up. I have never wavered from my dedication. I've never faltered from my belief in these products, because I know that they work. I've experienced it every day. I've experienced it for 7 years. So that's a big thing. My consistency. I've never, ever given up. I've dipped. I've taken unintentional breaks. Like, for instance, when I went to California last year, the result of me taking that trip and not working hard put a huge into my business. Like it compounded, right? So like everything that we do has a compound effect. And if you guys haven't read The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, I think everyone on this call probably has, add it to your list because it's amazing. So, everything that it takes to build a business can be very easy to do. It doesn't have to be difficult. So you don't have to sit there and go, God, it's so hard. I won't be able to do it because, it just takes a lot of work. And, she has more time and she doesn't have kids and, she has it easier than I have it. She doesn't have to deal with X, Y, and Z. Well, we all have life, right? We all have things to deal with. But what it really boils down to is the sacrifices you're willing to make, the time that you're willing to put into this, and your dedication and your commitment. So there's no quick fix, just like with fitness, right? We all want to get healthy. We all want to get fit, but it doesn't happen overnight. And it's the same concept with a business. So I took a lot of notes here. One of the things that I thought was a cool thing to think about, right? If you are successful, and I think all of us, I know JT, I've been there where we're making pretty good paychecks and you're like, oh my God, I made Premier and I came this close to Elite, and like you're kind of riding that high and things are happening. I made Success Club 10. You're getting referrals left and right, and all these amazing things are happening, which is cool. But sometimes what we tend to do is we take that wave, we ride it, and we keep riding it, and we forget to keep doing the things that got us there in the first place. And I am 100% guilty of doing that. Absolutely 100%. So what happens then is you lose that momentum, and then it starts to become the compound effect of, well, I haven't invited anybody to the business opportunity. I haven't invited any new customers. I've just kind of been doing my own thing, and that will compound and show up in your business, and whether it's your income, your rank, volume, any of that. So what are the habits that will make you a successful business entrepreneur and a business owner, coach, whatever you want to call yourself? Number 1 is when you sign up for this opportunity, the first thing that you should have, or that you should help your coaches define, is a clearly defined goal. So what is it that you want to accomplish? I don't care if you signed up yesterday as a coach or if you've been a coach for 7 years like me. If you don't have a clearly defined goal of what you're actually trying to accomplish, you're kind of shooting in the dark. So, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a financial goal. It literally could be, I want to help 5 people a month. I just want to help change 5 people's lives every single month. It could be a milestone, like you want to reach, you know, star diamond, or you want to reach diamond, or you want to make X amount of money every month. If you do that, though, you need to really understand why. Like, what does that look like? If you're saying, I want to make $5,000 a month, that's awesome. But then, are you willing to make the sacrifices? Are you willing to put in the hard work? Are you willing to put in the time that it's going to take to hit $5,000 a month? So Jen went over vision and goals, last week, 2 weeks ago? And that's a huge part of it, because if you don't have a clear goal for your business and you don't write it down and you don't have it somewhere where you can read it and look at it every day, you're going to lose sight of it. And then you don't have that thing to help you push forward with your business. So, and then the other thing too is, like, if you're shooting for diamond, and if I said, well, why do you want to go diamond? And you're like, I don't know, because everyone talks about being diamond and how great it is. Well, if you don't know why you want to go diamond, you probably should figure it out. So is it because you make more team cycle bonus? Is it because of the rank? You get a bonus if you hold diamond for 6 weeks. So make sure you understand why you're setting the goals that you are. The other thing is, number 2, is having scheduled time for your business. Now, I know for myself, this is an area that I completely lack in, and I do have pockets of time that I work, and I know different days I have more time than other days, especially when Ryan is off. But do you have a game plan? Like, this is one thing where having a planner, having Teamsy, having Google document or something like that, whatever helps you get organized. Do you have time scheduled to work your business? And if you don't, and you're just sitting down every day and you're like, well, I'll get to it sometime. I'm gonna watch the news now, or, oh, this TV show is on, I'm gonna go watch that TV show. And you're not scheduling out blocks of time. And it doesn't have to be 2-3 hours, because I know, JT, you don't have that much time. Well, you will once now that your mother-in-law is watching Noah. But if you don't have that time, you find those pockets of time. So, like, for me, I've got 3 kids, but 2 of them are in school all day. Van goes to preschool twice a week for 2.5 hours. So usually my pockets of time are when Ryan is home, because he takes Van, he'll go do something with him, and I can sit and have quiet time and try to get stuff done. So that's my time. Where I lack personally is having a game plan. Like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I usually have like a couple of things I'm going to do, and then I'm like, oh, look at this post. Like, totally distracted all the time. So I need to work on that. It's bad. But if I work on that, I know I'll be more productive and I'll probably reach my goals faster. So don't get distracted. You guys have to have self-discipline if you're going to run a business. Like, it doesn't matter if it's this or if you are running a brick and mortar business. If you don't have self-discipline and you don't have a system and you don't have a plan, your business probably isn't going to do as well as it could. So same goes with being a coach. The third thing that I would say would be work from a list. So it doesn't matter if you're sitting down at your computer and you're like scrolling Facebook, like, who's online right now? Who can I send a message to? Or who can I start a conversation with? You're not that's kind of like a hope and a wish, right? You're sitting down, you don't have a plan, you're going to take up too much time. You need to have a list of the people that you want to invite to a challenge group, maybe a list of people that you need to invite to the business opportunity, your customers that are crushing 80-day obsession and loving it. Hello, business opportunity right there. You can't just scroll Facebook and hope to get inspired by something and be like, okay, cool, now I'll post something because I'm inspired. No, you have to have a system, a game plan. You have to know what you're going to do. So work from a list. And if you only have 15 minutes of time, right then and there, tell yourself, okay, I'm going to get 2 things off my list done. and then push the other stuff aside until later when you can actually work on the rest. You should be adding new people, inviting people to join your groups, inviting people for a business opportunity. Dave Ward is doing them once a month. So that's something that you could invite to, or even invite to watch his video that he has. You should be doing follow-ups and being intentional with your social media posts, like whether it's posting on Snapchat and Instagram, or, you know, doing a business opportunity post. Those are things that will help you with your business. Not so much going into your challenge groups, which guilty again, going in and like interacting way too much. Like you can spend a lot of time, and it's not a bad thing to interact with your challengers, but if that's all you're doing and you're just in there constantly, you know, commenting or asking questions, which I think for me, I need to put a time limit, like go in twice a day, catch up real quick, and then be out, like peace out of that challenge group, because you can get so sucked in. Beth, I'm sure you can agree with that, because we're running this group together and it's so active and so many people are participating. It's so easy to just sit there and like scroll and chat back and forth. So it's all well and good to do that, but it's not, is that going to actually help you grow your business? Unless you're saying like, hey, who do you know? Like ask for referrals, or, you know, you're doing something that's, you know, asking them to invite somebody in or something like that. That's a different story. Number 4, increase productivity. So it's basically, it's not about getting by, right? So like, again, I'm going to call myself out on every single one of these, because this is like stuff that totally resonates with me, because it's everything that I have done and done wrong in my business. Like I've gotten to that point. Yes, I was able to retire from my full-time job. I was able to use Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover to pay off all my debt. I was able to quit my full-time 9-to-5 job and do this full-time. But at the same time, I allowed myself to get comfortable, right? I allowed myself to get nice and cozy with my usual paycheck or my rough paycheck of whatever I would get. And what that did was it just put me at a standstill. Okay. So I wasn't pushing outside of my comfort zone to grow and become more and better. I have guidelines and I set goals for myself, but I know what I'm capable of, and I'm sure each of you guys know exactly what you're capable of. It's a matter of, are you willing to do the things that are uncomfortable to get to where you want to get? And that's a huge gut check for me too, because it's like, I know what I want, but it's not comfortable, right? Like we associate invites or discipline of sitting down and just getting to work, doing our 4 vitals. We associate that, I think, with, I don't want to say pain, like it's so painful, but kind of, right? It's not comfortable. We're eating that frog. When you're sending invites, you're like cringe, like hit send, like, oh, I hope they say yes. I hope they message me back. I hope they don't unfollow me or unfriend me on Facebook. But at the end of the day, again, these are the things that are going to make us more successful and better coaches. So yeah, so number 4, increase productivity. So you, like when you're working out, the example I'll give is like when you're doing 80-day obsession and Autumn's like, okay guys, can you double up today? Can you put on an extra band? You got to to get stronger, you got to push yourself harder. Same with our business. So increase your productivity. And we all can raise our own bar. Like I'm never going to tell Jen, I'm never going to say, Jen, like you could be doing more. Like we all could be, right? But I'm never going to like reach out to her and be like, I know you could do more than what you're doing. Or Agatha, you could raise your bar. Like, come on. Because we are all living our own lives and we all own our own business and we all have to take responsibility. Like if Jen's your sponsor, you can't blame her if you're not succeeding, just as she can't blame me. Damn it. Don't blame me, Jen. I'm just kidding. But you guys get the point. We all own our own business. We have to take responsibility for our own production. So like, obviously we want to be good leaders, and I wouldn't be sitting here leading a call, and none of you guys would be on this call if this wasn't something that you wanted to be doing. So number 5, let's move on. Influence. So this is a good one for social media. And this, I go back and forth with this in terms of, I'm not good. Like, I feel like I don't have a lot of creativeness when it comes to my Facebook or my social media posting. And we do get kind of sucked into how many likes, how many people saw our story, how many people looked at my story and all of that kind of stuff. But it's okay to be popular, but that's not your goal. That should not be your goal. Your goal would be to influence people because of your posts. Like, do people come and check out your snaps because you're offering advice, or you're giving really good recipes, or maybe you're giving really good tips on, just things about 80-Day Obsession? Like, are they looking at you and going, wow, I really think I want to try this program because of what she's saying or what she's telling me and things like that. And I know I could do better. We all probably could. I don't put tons of thought into my posts. I just kind of throw videos and stuff up, but it would be probably better for all of us to be a little bit more intentional every now and again. I guess that's what it's saying, like, be an influencer, not Miss Popularity or Mr. Popularity, if that makes sense. And the examples, the examples given for, like, things that you shouldn't be doing a lot of, which I disagree a little bit. Screenshots of food, selfies all the time. Like, we don't always want to do selfies, but it is you want your people to be entertained. But I feel like screenshots of food, if you're giving the recipe or you're showing, like, wow, look how amazing my meal looks and it's healthy and this is on my meal plan, I think there's value to that. So I guess you have to use your judgment, is what I'm saying. Number 6 is level up. So we all have to level up if you're going to be a solid business owner and somebody that's successful. So what does that mean? It means be a business owner. Treat your business as a business if you want to succeed. Somebody just chatted. Hold on one second. Oh, Beth. Okay. Okay, cool. She had to go. She had to put someone to bed. I thought somebody had a question for me. And if anyone has anything they want to interject, please, you can interrupt me. I'm just kind of going on here. So number 6 tip is level up. So, kind of do a gut check every once in a while and ask yourself, am I acting as if I'm a business owner? And obviously we all have different goals, right? So, like, when all of these things are relative, like putting in extra time, that might be an hour a day. That might be the max time you can put in because of your schedule and what you're willing to do, where somebody else might be like, I need to put in 4 or 5 to reach my goals every day or something like that. So it's just within you, like, what your goals are. So are you being a business owner? How often are you inviting people to join this business opportunity? If you're not inviting to the business opportunity, why? Are you embarrassed? Do you have, like, some kind of a, like, preconceived idea about MLMs that you need to handle? I mean, if you do, it's totally fine. Like, if you have some idea, like, oh, I don't want to invite someone because it's an MLM, that's something you need to completely handle for yourself, because why did you join then? You know what I mean? Like, take a look at that. Like, what is it about this company or about MLMs in general? And I'm just using this as an example. Obviously, I'm not saying anybody has this, but, figure it out and handle it. Limiting beliefs. Yep. So yeah, like, if you are saying, well, I don't want to invite because I only have 2 people on my team and I'm not a good leader, or something like that, you're going to have to do a lot of personal development, or you have to get over those things, because guess what? Nobody was born a good leader. It's not like I was born and the doctor was like, oh, look at Carrie, she's going to be a great leader someday. You're not born with that, like, with some quality that somebody else doesn't have. It's just something you develop and grow over time. And trust me when I tell you, I do not at all claim to be anything of a good leader. I actually look up to some of my personally sponsored coaches for advice and for mentorship. And I'm their leader, technically, if you want to call it that. But so don't ever discredit your capabilities. And if somebody does sign up with you as a coach under your team, it's for a reason. So you should run with that and own it. And you can be a good leader. And trust me, there's somebody want to say something. Oh, I thought
Jerry, I think that yes, it was trolling me. Stephanie.
Oh, hi, Steph.
I think that what you're trying to say is we all have strengths, and then there's people that have different strengths. So just make sure that you're taking advantage of your other coach's strengths, because they're not the same as yours.
Right, exactly. We're all different. We all have different strengths, and we can all work as a team. And that's why it's so important too to, like, you know, one person might be really good at social media, learn from that person. Somebody else might be really good at figuring out how to organize your day or how to structure or use Teamsy and things like that. So yes, you're absolutely correct on that. And, you know, some of the like personal development books that can help you develop as a better leader. I've read a couple of these, but like some of them I definitely have on my list. Let's see. Watch others likes. Okay, Simon Sinek has one, Find Your Why. I think Lee mentioned that in a call not too long ago. Darren Hardy has tons of leadership books. Brendan Bouchard has one. People Follow You is a really good book. Personality Plus, Dave Ward talks about that a lot. These are all good books that would be great as a leader to read because it would help us develop and help our team better too. And then the final thing is leadership. And it is, you know, we all here are leaders. Is there anybody on this call that does not have a coach under them? I think we all do. We all can be better leaders. I can be a better leader. I don't claim to be, like I said, a good leader at all. And I think that this entire business is all about learning and growing and being teachable. Like, it doesn't matter if you're here for 7 years or 10 years. If you're not constantly growing and learning, I mean, if you guys listen to Lindsay Matway on the National Wake Up Call, her call was amazing. She talks about she had to take a step back and then look at what other new leaders in the company were doing with their social media and relearn everything that what she was doing before was no longer relevant. She had to learn a new way to grow her business again. And that's the cool thing about being an owner, is that we can learn new things, we can develop ourselves, we can take initiative and, you know, figure out the areas that we know that we lack in, and then focus on those and just work harder at it. As a leader, you got to definitely eat a lot of humble pie and apologize for mistakes. You know, I've made tons of them. Jen says, self-limiting, a great way to get people to step into leadership is to push them out of the nest. Yep. Absolutely. Like even in challenge groups, right? Like your customers, giving them tasks, or asking people to run team calls. I know I think all of us on here, Erin, I don't know if you're on the list next. You're going to run the next team call. I'm just kidding. What? Did somebody say?
I think that the others, yes, I did. Sorry, I'm driving, so it's really hard because I cannot text right now. So that's the reason I'm interrupting you. So sorry.
No, it's okay.
I think that the other thing that I think has helped a lot is if you follow the other people or the other coaches or lead coaches, or what are they doing on their social media? I think that for me have helped a lot. And then I think having you there, I text you pretty much 20 times a day, which probably people don't need to know that, but I do, because I don't necessarily have the time to go look for something. And if I can ask you, and most of the time you do answer within an hour or so. So it's if I can take advantage of what you know, and right now I do not have the time to look it up. I wish I did, but I don't. So if I can take advantage of what you know, and instead of me having to go look at it, I completely believe you. I go all in. It's okay, she told me this, and that, so I don't have to look it up. I'm just going to trust this, and I'm going to tell this person this, and that, and that's it. It helps a lot to have somebody that you can trust 24/7 that is there.
Right.
Even if like sometimes you don't have the right answer, it doesn't matter because typically we just talk about it and we find a solution.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
So
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and that's part of when you're a new coach, you're constantly learning. And I asked a ton of questions, and you know, I learned to look up stuff on YouTube and Google, and you know, because that was something that I wasn't good at in the beginning. I probably asked a lot of I'm not saying you are asking annoying questions. I'm just saying, like, there's so many resources that are at our fingertips. Like, I am constantly searching stuff on YouTube or Googling something. So, and that are
I'm probably asking a lot of questions I should know.
Yeah, no, it's fine. There's still things I don't know, and I still ask Lee questions. I'll even message Jen or Agatha or somebody and be like, hey, do you remember this? Or do you remember where to find this? I mean, we all do it. It's totally fine. So you guys, those are my, the habits of those 7 things that I talked about are the habits of a business owner, of somebody that would be successful if you did them. So how does that sound? Does anyone have any questions?
Oh, I just wanted to add one thing. Can you hear me, Carrie?
I can. Yes.
You can? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that consistency is such a big part of this, guys. And you can't focus on one thing and then change and then keep changing. You kind of have to trudge a path and be consistent. And obviously, if something's not working, change it. But don't throw your arms up and change everything. Like, try tweaking what you're doing, but be consistent at, the vital core. That Carrie mentioned, demonstrating your leadership, leveling up, like each and every one of those. If you're consistent to the best of your abilities, I feel like that's the real secret sauce there. Is people are watching you, people will join you, but you need to be doing the basics, like, consistently. And I think you did a really good job of summing it up, but I just wanted to add that piece in there because I think that just seals the deal for everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. Consistency. I mean, absolutely key. And Jen made a good point too. Tweak it before you throw in the towel. So if something's not working, it doesn't mean that it's completely broken. You just have to tweak it a little bit. And I find people do this with invites. They're like, well, I invited 20 people and nobody said yes to me. And then you look at their invite and the wording, or maybe they're giving too much information and they tweak it a little bit, change it up, and all of a sudden they've got like 5 people that are like, yeah, I'm interested. I want to know more, because they tweaked how they're doing it. So always be willing to learn and grow and try something new, but don't throw in the towel. Like Lee said, consistency over time, compound effect, you guys. This business can be so rewarding, and it is rewarding. But it's also a business, right? This isn't like you sign up as a coach and you're guaranteed to be in the Millionaire Club a year later. It's just not that way. So I think that, when people dangle, shiny carrots, promising big things, that's what I would be really leery of. That's when I would be like, red flag, what's the catch? Something's going to fall. This isn't going to work. But, hard work, dedication, commitment, and never, ever, ever losing sight of why you became a coach in the first place, and always looking at your why and your goals and what you're trying to accomplish, and use them as fuel to push you forward. Because there's days I wake up, I don't want to do any personal development. I don't want to invite someone. I don't want to talk to anybody because I'm in a bad mood. I don't want anybody to text me. I don't want anybody to call me. We all have those days, but those are the times when you do them anyways that are going to make you tough. They're going to make you just successful in the long run, because you're able to push past those things that we don't want to do, that are not comfortable. So anyways, that's all I have, you guys. I think it's 9:30. Yep, 9:33. Thank you guys for coming on the call. And I'm going to see a lot of you on Saturday. I'm so excited. We're having a slumber party. Whoop, whoop.
Thank you, Kate.
All right, you guys, I will let you get back to your evening. I'm going to go drink my recharge and then go to bed. Thank you guys again. I appreciate every one of you for being on the call tonight. I'll see you guys later.
Good night.